The 36th presidential election took place on November 6, 1928. Calvin Coolidge had a smooth year as president. The economy was strong, and the federal government even had a huge surplus. If he wanted to run for a fourth term, he would have been easily reelected and probably easily renominated. However, Coolidge had announced the previous summer that he had no intention of running by cutting out strips of paper with the statement, "I do not choose to run for president" in 1928 on them, and handing them out to supporters at the press conference. Coolidge said after the strips of paper were handed out, "There will be nothing more from this office today," unquote, and he walked out. So this left the Republican nomination wide open. The leading contenders were Herbert Hoover, the Secretary of Commerce, Frank Orland Loaded, the former governor of Illinois, and Senate Minority Leader Charles Curtis, who was from Kansas. Not impressed by these choices, a bunch of Americans really tried to draft Coolidge, but Coolidge turned it down. Hoover ended up winning the nomination with Charles Curtis as his running mate. The Democratic Party nominated Al Smith, the governor of New York, who was seeking the presidency a third time. Smith was the first Roman Catholic to be on the ticket for a major political party. With Joseph Taylor Robinson, a senator from Arkansas, as his running mate, Robinson and Smith seemed like the odd couple, but actually they complimented each other well. No third parties really stood out at all during this election, so basically there was another classic two-way battle. Hoover had the momentum due to things were looking good now for him, especially since Smith's older religion became a problem during the campaign. A bunch of people who actually helped Smith get the nomination now turned their backs on him because they feared that Smith would take orders from the Pope if he led the country. In addition to anti-Catholicism, Smith's opposition to prohibition and his association with the Tammany Hall likely would probably be why. And here are the results. Herbert Hoover easily won, becoming the 51st president of the United States, and in the Republican nomination, he dominated so much it was a bit embarrassing for the Democrats. Hoover received 444 electoral votes in one state like North Carolina and Virginia, which had not voted Republican since 1872. Al Smith only received just 87 electoral votes. Hoover also dominated with the popular vote, getting 30.6% to Smith's 37.2%. It was safe to say that the Republicans were on a roll, as this was their third consecutive landslide victory. Charles Curtis became the 31st vice president in American history.